So in the last lab, this is what we have seen. Today, quickly let us do the same problem with the help of different approach. Okay. So it's lab number 4. So modeling of combinational circuits. With the help of,
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
Sir, 53 is in the waiting room, sir.
Babu.
Roll number 53 is in the waiting room.
Okay. Roll number 53 is in waiting room. Okay, let's check. Yeah, admitted.
Thank you, sir.
It is the data flow model. Okay, so we see the same problem. Let us consider here, or we shall take another problem. So we take another problem. Okay, so we'll take the same problem so that we can identify the difference between the data flow and gate level modeling, and how do differently we can write the test bench for that one. Okay, so take that one. Copy and then paste. Okay, this is the program that we have written in the last class. It's a 1-bit full adder. Okay, so let us modify accordingly. So what is the modeling style that we are using here now? So we are using the data flow model. So gate data flow modeling, right? Right. We want to remove this one. Data flow. DF. DF stands for data flow. For sake of simple understanding of this one. Okay. So the basic understanding about the gate level modeling is, so we need to know the built-in primitives or gate primitives are required. So as we have mentioned in this diagram, G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, these are all the gate primitives. So these built-in primitives are required to write a gate level modeling. Okay. So how do we generate this gate level modeling? So generally we know that from the truth table, first we have to draw the truth table. From the truth table to the equations. Based on the equations, based on the Boolean equations, we can develop the gate level circuit, something like this. So therefore, Verilog is providing some provision that no need to go for the gate level modeling. Okay, no need to go for the gate level circuit. Just if you know the equations, based on the equation, you can model the circuit. Okay, so therefore the input output behavior is represented by the mathematical equation. That equation is sufficient. Okay, so what does it mean? So we need not worried about this internal circuitry of this one. Okay, so from the mathematical equations, from the truth table to mathematical to the equations that are not required. Okay, instead we can write gate level circuit. Okay, so instead we can write the equation directly. How do we write the sum signal here? Sum is equal to A XOR B XOR C. What about the C out? It is nothing but AB plus BC plus CA, right? So these equations, once you know the equations, it is very easy to write a Verilog program from this. So this type of modeling style is called data flow modeling. Okay, so in the data flow modeling, for any modeling style it is, whether it is a data flow, gate level modeling, behavioral modeling, external view is not changing. As you can see here, the box is not changing. having the same inputs, same outputs, but internal circuit is changing, right? So in that sense, I don't want to consider about the internal related issues, okay, like don't want to consider for the AND gates and all other things, okay. I don't want to use these kind of things. Okay, so the external view only I have written what the things that I'm using, what the things that are not using, okay, fine. So we have to call this equation directly into your program. So with by using the statement called assignment statements, by use of assignment statement, I can introduce or I can use these equations, Boolean equations, something like this. Assign is the keyword that I have to use. Assign the sum signal is equal to A XOR B XOR C. So these symbols, XOR symbol, this is the XOR symbol is actually a Boolean equation related operator, okay. But we have to use the Verilog operators here now. It's a Boolean operators. Please remember that, Boolean operators. Boolean. But in Verilog point of view, we have to use Verilog operators. So what is the Verilog operator here is that, so here, this is what we have to use, the Verilog operator. So this is the one, inversion symbol. So this is the XOR operation, okay. So AND means this symbol we have to use, OR means this symbol we have to use, NOT means negation that I have to use, NOR means not OR, NAND means not AND, XOR means this one, XNOR means not of XOR. So these are called Verilog operators in data flow modeling. Okay, in data flow modeling, these are the operators that we have to use. Clear? Okay. So let us write again what is the another statement for Cout. Cout is equal to A ANDed with B, right? AND operation kada idi. So ANDed with B or with B ANDed with C, okay. Next not AND, not AND. Okay, next C ANDed with A. So we have to use semicolon. That's all. So finally we have to write AND module. Finally we have to write AND module. That's it. So is it clear to all of you how we have written the Verilog code for the full header using the data flow modeling? So lot of labor is reduced if you are using the data flow modeling, something like this. Of course, if the number of inputs are increases, this is also not advisable one. But for the small circuits, the data flow modeling is very simple. We don't bother about the construction of the or internal structure of the digital circuit. Okay, if you know the equations, more than sufficient. Okay. Now let us write a test bench for this. So the writing a test bench is a very important one. let us see some important points related to the test bench, because the test bench will decide whether you are fully verifying the functionality of the circuit or not. Okay, if you are not properly giving the input patterns to the circuit, it is not, we cannot say that the circuit is fully tested. Okay. Okay. See here, whatever it is the modeling style that you use, the test bench is the same. Please remember that whatever the modeling styles that you are using for the description of the digital circuit, whether it is a fully adder, subtractor, whatever it may be, so the test bench for that particular circuit is same. For example, as I mentioned that in the data flow modeling I have written the adder circuit. In the gate level modeling also I have written the adder circuit. But the test bench I am using the same thing. I am not at all changing the test bench. I am not at all changing the test circuit. Clear? But writing the test bench, the different way that we can write the test bench. Okay, that you should understand. Okay, this is the simplest way, a conventional method we can write the test bench for this. Okay, so therefore the same test bench I am using here also. Please take this and execute this program. So here instead of GL I should write DL, gate level modeling. Okay.